morning students. Today we are going to continue with conversions. Conversions today that we'll do is from decimal to fractions. Now what is different here today is that I am going to take those fractions here today which are greater than 1. So yesterday what we have done, we have only converted, we were using a word here that is decimal fraction. So decimal fraction means we were only converting the number to a fraction where the denominator is 10 or 100 or 1000 like this, isn't it? Now today what we have to do, we have to convert them to the simplest form also. So I have written only fraction. And what type of decimal numbers I will take today? I will take the decimal numbers which are greater than 1. So now what will happen if I take decimal numbers that are greater than 1? So in fractions, I am going to get the answer as, you can say improper fraction or improper fraction, or we can say mixed fraction. Yes, because I am saying decimal number greater than 1. So fractions that are greater than 1 are improper fraction, and all improper fractions I can convert to mixed form. So today we are going to do this. So what we did yesterday, we have only studied that suppose if a number is 7.6. So what we have studied, we have only studied that how I can write this number as decimal fraction. So what we have done yesterday, that we have written 76 the whole number, and then we have counted that there is one digit after decimal, so we have written 10. So this is decimal fraction, and then we have converted it to lowest form, saying that if I can cancel it, I can cancel it and do further calculation. Okay, now today what we do, we are going to do the same thing, but what we'll do, when we convert it to fraction, we'll observe this number carefully and we'll check that only this part is fractional out here, that is after the point. Before the point, the number that is written is already a whole number, isn't it? So you don't have to convert this, which is already a whole number. You have to convert only this fractional part, which is after the point. So what we'll do, we will convert, we will leave this 7 as it is, and we will convert this fractional part, which is 0.6. Now to convert this 0.6, what we'll do, we'll write 6, and since after point it is one place, so we'll write 10. Yes, so what is this number? This is actually 7 whole 6 upon 10. Now what we can see here, that we can further reduce this. Yes, we can further reduce this, so let's further reduce it. So this can be cancelled by 2, so we will write 2 3s and 2 5s. So this number in the form of mixed fraction can be written as 7 whole 3 by 5. Okay, easy. Now let's take one more question. Now this time let's take 1.25, 2 digits. So again, this before point is the whole part, so whole part will remain the same, no change at all. I have to change only this part which is after the point. Now to convert this part after the point, we have to first convert it to the decimal fraction form. So convert it to the decimal fraction form. So we will write 25 as it is, and since 2 digits are there, so we will write upon 100. Now can we further reduce it? Yes, this can be further, we can further reduce it. So this will be 5 also, and by 25 also. So I am cancelling it by 5, and this will be 2, 0. So again by 5, so 1, and this will be 4. So what I can write is 8 whole, and what is left here? 1. So 1 upon 4. So this decimal, these decimals can be converted to first decimal fraction, and then we can reduce it and we can convert them to mixed fractions. Same here what we have done, that whole part we have taken one side and we have converted this decimal part to the fractional form, which is first in the decimal fraction form, and then we have reduced it to the mixed fraction. Now let's take one more example. let's take a number 9.23. Now 9.23, this will remain the same. 9 is the whole part here, that will remain the same. I have to change only this. So this is 23 and 2 digits, so it will be upon 100. Now can I cancel this? No, we cannot cancel this. So this is the answer. Okay, so there will be few questions where you cannot cancel it. So if you cannot cancel it, you simply leave the answer as it is. Now take one more example. 5.05. Now if you have 5.05, so again this 5 which is here is the whole part, we'll write it as it is. Now if I take this part, so I have 2 digits here, so I will write 5. The whole number here is 05, means the whole number here is 5. So we'll write 5 as whole and upon 100, since I have 1 to 2 digits here. Now can you cancel it? Yes. So by 1 and by 2. So this will be 5 whole 1 by 2. Easy, isn't it? Now let's do the opposite thing. Now opposite thing means that if I have any fraction which is like this, means not necessarily that it's a mixed fraction, can be a proper fraction, can be an improper fraction, can be a mixed fraction. So if I want to convert this fraction back to decimal, so then what to do? So again we'll take 3 steps as here also, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again we'll do this, that this fraction we will first convert to decimal fraction, and then from decimal fraction we can easily convert to decimals. This is what we have done yesterday, that decimal fraction we have converted to decimal. So this fractional form will be first converted to decimal fraction form, and then from decimal fraction form we will convert it to decimals. So let's do this. Now let's take a number 8 by 5. Now what we have to do, we have to first convert it to decimal fraction, and then to decimals. Okay, now all fraction we cannot convert to decimal fraction and then to decimal. There are few type of fractions that we can convert to decimal fraction and then to decimal. So first find out what are those type of fractions that we can actually convert to decimal fraction form. Decimal fraction means what? That I want here in the denominator a number that is 10, 100 or 1000. So if it is so, then the number will be converted to decimal fraction form. Yes. And then we convert it to decimal form. So what I can see here is this is 8 upon 5. So if this 8 upon 5, I convert this fraction to an equivalent like fraction with multiplying it with a number such that the answer that I have here is either 10 or 100 or 1000. So in this case it is very easy. If I simply multiply it by 2, so 5 2s is 10, isn't it? And this is what I want decimal fraction. So in the denominator if I am multiplying by 2, in the numerator also I will multiply by 2. So it will become 16 upon 10, and the 16 upon 10 is 1 upon 6. Okay. Now you will ask one question, that how will we come to know that where we can do this and where we cannot do this? So there is a pattern where we can actually convert the numbers in 10, 100 or 1000 or the numbers like this. So let's understand that pattern also. So right now what we have done is 5 was there and I multiplied it by 2 and it is 10. So if the denominator if the denominator is 5, then I can simply multiply it by 2 and it will become 10. Or if the denominator is 2, then I will multiply it by 5 and it will become 10. So I can say that if either my denominator is 5 or 2, I can simply convert it to 10. Yes? And further, how will I understand this? So now what we can do is that if I have 5 here, then 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. And 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. And 25 into 4 is 100. So now, if you have denominator that is 25, or if you have denominator that is 4, so if you have denominator 4, you multiply it by 25, it will become 100. If you have denominator 25, you multiply it by 4, it will become 100. Now again multiply this. So what we have done here, we have multiplied this 5 by 5, it becomes 25. This 2 by 2, it becomes 4. Now again do this, that let's multiply this 25 by 5 again. So what will happen? This will become 125 multiplied by, now multiply this 4 again by 2. So it will become 8. And this will become 1000. So if the number here is 8, then denominator is 8, I multiplied by this, I'll get this. If the denominator is this, I multiplied by 8, I'll get this. Now let's take one more example. Again multiplied by 5. So this time it will become 625. And this will become 16. And 625 into 16 is 10,000. So what we can observe here is that I need factors of either 5 or 2 in the denominator. Factor of 5 or 2 means that what is 25? 25 is 5 into 5. Factors are 5. Yes. 4 means 2 into 2. So factors are 2. 125 means 5 into 5 into 5. Factors are 5. 8 means 2 into 2 into 2. So factors are 2. In this it is 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. 4 times. 2, 4 times. So if we have any such pattern in the denominator, then these type of numbers can be easily converted to 10, 100,000 and 10,000, and with the help of this we can convert fractions to decimal fractions and then further convert it to decimals. So what are those particular fractions? As I said that this is not applicable everywhere. So this is applicable where I have these type of fractions that have factors with 5 or factors as 2. So let's take one more example. Let's take 32 upon 125. Now 32 upon 125, I have to convert this fraction to decimal. So for this what will I do? I will convert it to decimal fraction first and then I will convert it to decimal. Now 125, as I said, can be multiplied by 8. Yes. So 32, and when I am doing so, I am converting this to decimal fraction form. So actually what I am doing, I am converting this fraction to an equivalent like fraction. And why to equivalent like fraction? Because after doing so, I get a number here that is in zeros. That can be easily converted to decimal. Now solve this also. This will be 16, 25. Now to convert them to a decimal number, what we do? We count a number of zeros, 1, 2, 3 zeros, and we shift the decimal 3 places towards the left. So 1, 2, 3 place point, and since there is no number, so we'll put a 0. So this number we can easily convert to decimal without dividing. Otherwise what we do? We divide the numerator and denominator and then we get these decimal numbers. So instead of doing this, doing such long division, we can simply use this pattern. Now let's take a mixed fraction. So we'll take 3 whole 5 by 40. Now 3 whole 5 by 40. So as we we have done in the previous case, that we were not changing this part, this whole part. We were only changing the fractional, means this part which was after the point, we were converting it to fraction and then to the simplest form. So here also we will not touch this 3. This 3 will remain 3 and we'll convert this to the form that I want, which is decimal fraction. So to convert this, what can I see here is not this 40. This 40 is actually what? 40 is 5 into 8, and 5 into 8 means 5 into 2 into 2 into 2. So we have factors, as I said, factors 5 and factors 2. So yes, I can convert it to decimal fractions. So what will I do? 25 fours are, or 4 into 25 is 100. So instead of 4 I have 40. So no issues. I will multiply it by 25 and 25. So what will happen here? So this 3 this 3 will remain as the whole part, and what will this become? This will become 125, and this will become, this is 100, yes, and this is 40, so it will become 1000, yes. So 40 into 25, or we can say 4 into 5 is 100, so we have written 100, it was 40, so it will become 1000. Now since it is in this form, so we can now convert it to decimal. So 3 will remain whole, and 1, 2, 3 places. So 1, 2, 3 places, we will shift the decimal 3 places. So 1, 2, 3 place and a point, and this 3 is as it is in the whole. Okay, now let's take one more question. Let's take 5 whole 1 upon 25. Let's take this number. Now in this what we'll do, as I said, do not touch this whole part, leave this whole part as it is. So 5 will remain 5. I have to convert only this fractional part. So to convert this fractional part, what will I do? I will 25. So I have to multiply it by 4. Multiply it by 4. So what it will become? It will become 5 whole 4 upon 100. Yes. Now I have to convert this to decimal form. So these are 2 zeros here, so it should be 2 places, but since it is 1 place here, the other place is not there. So what will I do? I will write 4, I will write 0. So I have now 2 places, then I will put a point, and here what will I write? Here I will write the whole part, which is 5. So this will become, this 5 whole 1 upon 25 will become 5.04. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now this is it for today. From your exercise 7.2, you have to do the questions, and all those questions that are there in your that you have to do in the homework, that will mention in the instructions. Read the instructions carefully and do your work accordingly in your fair notebook. Thank you so much.